Hey YouTube, what is going on? Warmoose Eternal, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Battlegrounds event that is going on within Destiny 2 and Season of the Chosen. Battlegrounds to me feels kind of like Escalation Protocol, if you guys remember that from Mars. But it's a little bit different, but I mean, it's like a modified version of it. Now, I'm going to kind of give you guys a rundown of it, of how it basically works. And we're going to also go into some of the weapons that I use and the setup that I use myself. Alright. Get loaded in here and I'll show you. Alright, as you can see, I am a Titan main, so I have my stuff spec'd out for what I need. I have this set up for the Unstoppable Pulse. The perks are Rangefinder, Kill Clip, just so you guys can see it. My trusty here for the anti-barrier. And just because I feel like obliterating everything in front of me. Because this week is Solar Week. Now, armor, since you only get one real exotic piece, I went with the, you're going to laugh at this, the Aeon Safe. But here's why. The Aeons have got a little bit of a rework, so you have these 3 different mods here you can choose from. I'm going to give you guys a second. I'm going to let you read them. And then we're going to go in. Because I got a couple of things I want to show you. Alright. This is the one I'm going to be running. This sect right here is one I'm going to be running because this one is going to be the most beneficial for what I need right now. Now, on top of the Unstoppable Pulse, I have a backup method, which would be my Burning Maul, my melee. Because that right there can stagger unstoppable champions as well. So, now that you've seen all that, along with the Burning Maul melee and the Pulse, I'm in pretty good shape right now. Alright. As you can see, you know, Barrier, Unstoppable, Stasis, and Solar Singe. So, we're just going to get right into it. Depending on which one we load into first, will be our first real objective. It's either going to be destroy the shield barrier generators or get the keys from the Scion Keymasters. Now, I'm going with the 1000 voices because of its ad clearing potential, along with just a simple damage this thing can unleash in a short amount of time. This thing can turn loose just an absolute torrent of fire in a matter of seconds. Alright. The Nexus one, your first objective is going to be, one, besides getting rid of that Thresher because it's going to be annoying, is going to be getting the 3 keys from the Scion Keymasters.
Increased crew activity. Seems
All right.
right. Never good when the Cabal get this frisky.
Whatever they're planning will be less effective without a commander. Get in there and take them out.
Okay, that was my stupidity. I went in there and got too aggressive. Good on him. Good execution of the stasis ability. And just so you guys are aware, the anti-barrier rounds can shoot through the Hobgoblin's immunity phase. Don't be afraid to use that to your advantage. Alright. See someone here using the Tycoon's Divination. Very nice bow. Alright. The Scion melee can be kind of annoying, but it can also be really helpful if you know how to use it. Alright. Alright. Big boy there is taken down. Redirection did its job and worked wonderfully. Alright. Now, one thing I found to really abuse the Scion's lifting melee. Alright, Scion Keymaster, which will be these guys right here. You gotta kill 3 of them and you'll get the keys. For the ones that say where you gotta get the keys first. Alright. Got rid of the biggest problem there, which was the Colossus. Now, try and work on this guy just a little bit more. Alright, there's the first key. I got 2 more of these little guys, and guess what? We're in the clear. I'm going to use these dogs here to build up my redirection. And I'm going to actually save my super because of my gauntlets. Now, grab this heavy brick over here. I know I probably grabbed it too soon, but I needed it because I had 1 shot. Trying to save my redirection charges here. Okay. Okay. Another key Master Scion. Second key in the bag, and we are in business. All right. That's just a devastating power of the 1K. That's why I brought it out. By 1K, I mean the 1,000 voices. That's its affectionate nickname, is the 1,000 voices, is the 1K. I really can't afford to be wasting all this heavy ammo, but... to be honest, that Thresher is probably one of the biggest threats. Pop my super, heal both of them. Go in and clean house. Try to get rid of those trying to get rid of these guys as quickly as possible because they can be a real menace, especially when they get airborne. Alright. I use the thermite grenades, especially when I'm using my solar class, because they have a lot more acclave potential. Let's say something like just, you know, your standard fusion grenade or just your simple standard fusion or incendiary. Alright, barrier champions down. And then we are going to move on, because there is someone here who's trying to hit me. And he just got clocked with a hammer. And yes, I am using the Sacred Providence from Garden of Salvation as my pulse rifle for this. Probably, you know, why wouldn't you use Outbreak? Because, you know, Outbreak's acclave potential. Because that wouldn't allow me to have the damage potential of the 1,000 voices.
So the task falls to us.
Now, this part here. Just a second, let me do this. This next part up here, we're going to have 3 shield generators. I'm leaving that in. I don't care. That was funny. Okay. We're going to have 3 shield generator relays we got to destroy. And how we do that, you ask? There's going to be specially marked enemies that are going to have a special charge they're going to drop. You'll take that charge and you will throw them at the arrays. I'm going to be a little late getting to the party, but it's alright. Things happen. Now, what are these arrays you speak of? Probably asking. These things right here. Now, reload up on some heavy. Alrighty. Dance a little bit with it. With Brand over here. Alright. Now special enemies like that with the one who have the mark above their head will have the balls. And like you just saw him do there, you'll take that ball, throw it at that array, and good as done. Stop on melee real quick. It'll be alright. We'll get it back momentarily. And oh, you already got him. Okay. That's why it's always good to have a second option for staggering a champion. Now, just got one more relay.
Intel indicates the commander is nearby. Challenge them and tie this off. We've got other fires burning.
Now here, yes, you could get away with using Outbreak, but at the same time, I opted for the more damaging 1,000 voices. Always try to get rid of the silence because after a while that lift, yes, it can be beneficial to you. It can get rather annoying. going to try to swoop in, scoop up the heavy that drops, and any ammo that drops. But as you notice here, his health bar is also sectioned, because what's going to happen is he's going to summon what's called champion shield bearers. See there? You'll see that text in the bottom left corner of your screen. He will actually have champions come up, like this unstoppable, like this barrier here, out of the icon. One down. Heal both my teammates real quick. Oh, you quit it. Now, when that dome comes up like that, you can shut that down. Like you just did right there. Hit that little generator in the center, and that will take that dome down. While he's inside that dome, he takes reduced damage. Always watch your radar too, because those gladiators hurt a lot. Wither Horde is another very good option for this, actually. Now, I'm only doing that to recover health. Alright, this one here, I believe, is the barrier. Okay, I thought it was unstoppable. Yes, that is a glitch that will happen. So do not panic about it. Do not fret. It will happen. They will walk out the bubble. It is completely okay. Alright, he's got his dome back up. And dome's already been taken down, which is very good. This team is on their stuff with it today. Alright.
I respect a commander who's willing to shed blood.
And that's how you actually collect your loot, is by smashing the box open.
I don't regret a single one of my 1,000 deaths. It's the times I chose not to fight that I regret.
There's nothing wrong with choosing real peace. I wish the Cabal were that clever.
Now,
That will never happen. The Cabal have honor. They would rather
I will do
die
another
than
video here in a minute. Actually, no, I'm going to keep this one going to cover some of the other battlegrounds. All right. Now, since we're not going to be dealing with champions in this next one, I'm just going to have set it up to where can have a little bit of fun. All right. I'm going to keep my Aeon safes on, because right now that's still going to be very helpful. All right. We're going to go to the Europa one. If need be, always go to the moon if you have phantasmal fragments to stock up on your ammunition. And depending on what type of weapons you're running, like your heavy and your secondary, have the appropriate reserves and ammo finders on, because that's going to be a beneficial help for you. Because like say, instead of picking up one grenade, you'll pick up like 3 or 4. Like I have my 1,000 voices, because instead of one charge I could pick up like 2 or 3. All right. Now, as you saw, I got another artifact unlock. I think this one here, I'm going to go with Sundering Gaze. Because this one just looks dirty. Or Sundering Glare. Because I could see that being beneficial in like a Grandmaster Nightfall or an Ordeal Nightfall with a higher difficulty than what you can get into. All right. For the Europa one, you start out here at Asterian Abyss. You're going to have some company with Vex and Cabal at the same time. Do not fret. Do not panic.
Go show them the power of humanity's champions.
But you can use this time right here to actually farm up some ammo. Alright. Now, this one here, first thing we're going to do is destroy the shield relays. The shield arrays. Alrighty. Special marked enemy. Alright, we're going to follow the blueberry here as he throws it at the array. Also, stand back when you throw them because the explosion and the blast can kill you. And watch out for drop pods. Alright. Knock those 2 guys out real quick. We're in the clear. I'm gonna load up again. Just so you guys know, these crates here, not only do they reload your heavy, they also reload your special and your primary. I completely missed that grenade shot, but that's okay. And Ambitious Assassin just kicked in on this thing, and I am happy about that. Hey, you have something I want. Hand it over. Alright. To destroy relay, back up, throw, boom, done. Sometimes if you don't hit the array directly, it can take 2 tries. Don't panic, it's okay. Just keep at it. And watch out for the Incendiors. Those guys are little dicks. Alright. I hate these guys. I really do. Alright, we're going to destroy this last array. And we're going to actually move in. As you see here now, I have 8 shots of my 1,000 voices. Grab our Sparrow and go in. Here we're going to need to get the keys from the Keymasters, but this time it won't be Scions. All it literally says is just smash their defenses. So, how we're going to accomplish our feat is by going through, just clearing out the ads, and literally just mowing everything down our path. The new Warlock stasis turret ability, which is by far one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. The power of the 1K. I love this thing. Now, a little trick to deal with these incendiors, hit their fuel tanks. Because you can hit their fuel tanks, you can start clearing out a lot of them. And guess what? You're in the clear. Okay, so I was thinking of the wrong different one. Now be wary, because up through here in the heroic version, they will start summoning champions here. There is usually one barrier and one unstoppable here. Alrighty. Got him down. Now we're going to move on.
Look at this. Picking apart the Vex like carrion birds. It's pathetic.
There is no glory in what the Cabal are seeking here. Just desperation.
Agreed.
Right. Now, also, if you want another good alternative instead of using a lot I use here, the Skyburner's Oath does really good, because apparently it also does bonus damage to Cabal enemies. Alright, moving on. And right up here, we're going to face Basilius the Golem, or however you want to say his name. I personally just call him Big Ugly Angry Fat Man. So, as you're pressing forward, always check for ammo. Make sure your guns are loaded, and you can just go into the fight ready. Now, this fight can get a little chaotic and a little hectic, so no need to worry, no need to fret, we're good.
And show him the power of the light.
Alright, you're going to have ads spawning left, right, and center immediately. Alright, Basilius the Golem is a very large Colossus. Shots of the 1,000 voices there, trying to conserve our ammo some. Alright. using our salvager salvo to try to clear out some of these ads real quick. Also, Warmind cells are very, very handy here. The more Warmind cells you can produce, the more ads you can clear, and the more crazy stuff you can do with them. Alright. Try to get rid of some of the ads here. And dodge his giant Basilius' giant machine gun here. Get a couple of dots on him. And if you can, try to always train his rocket battery away from your team. Alright. Normally after each phase you start summoning champion shield bearers. This is just a normal version. He's not going to. Alright, try not to get in within too close proximity of him because of his massive ground stomp. That will send you flying. Now, what a lot of people will do is they will come back over here and kind of cover themselves. No. If you get quick enough to time your barricade up to block out his shots, you'll have about 100% chance of blocking all of his rockets. Because his rockets are pretty nasty rockets. Where's Big Gap? Right. That's kind of why I said, watch his rocket blast, because it will affect you eventually. And nighty night, big man. Because after you take down the champion shield bearers, he'll shield drop each phase. So you're good to go.
Another team to do a second sweep. Today's survivor is tomorrow's enemy.
Did the Vanguard not have a loosely held policy on offering quarter to fleeing enemies?
The Vanguard asked an Iron Lord to lead their forces. If they did not wish me to fight like an Iron Lord, they should have asked someone else.
While I agree, I can't help but wonder if your disregard for their codes of conduct may cause friction.
Friction is conflict. Conflict breeds strength. They know this. Or they should.
In my experience.
Now, with the new one they just added in the Cosmodrome, the first section is going to be kind of tight. So we're going to adjust our setup to correspond to what we need. Now, for this particular one, we are going to use the 7th Seraph CQC-12. We're going to use the False Promises. And we're going to use the Lament to start out with. Now, there's something I need to do real quick. Because this is also another option for the heroic side to have up against the barrier champions. Because this thing still, even after swords got their little slight nerf, this thing still just laughs in DPS, and just barrier champions don't last up against this monster. Now, Going to adjust this here to a major spec. And we're going to swap around a couple of mods. All right, we're going to go with global reach. I'm going to go with my specialized sword plate. But we are going to change off that mod there, because that I used for Deep Stone Crypt. Now, for this slot here, I'm going to go with Grasp of the Warmind, to where I can move those Warmind cells around as I need them. Or I can go with Warmind's Protection. This time, I'm going to go with Grasp of the Warmind. Now, I am actually going to get rid of these real quick. And we are going to get ourselves set up to be absolutely just devastating in this particular ordeal. Now, what we are going to do is we're actually going to do what's called burning cells. Either burning cells or Wrath of Rasputin, for obvious reasons. Now, you could actually go through here, change this off, and have your Sunder and Glare, which I'm going to be doing some testing with that here after a while. I'll let you guys know what I find in the next video that I do. So, I'm going to swap off the False Promises to my 7th Seraph Carbine. And we're going to go with a major spec on this one as well. Now, I'm only doing this because just to have be a little bit freer in what I do. Now, the next one we are going to is the Cosmodrome. Like I said, this first section here is going to be really tight. We're going to have to get the keys and basically bust the door open. Now, the reason why I'm using the CQC-12, this particular shotgun has served me so well, I can't let it go. Now, actually, I'm going to keep these on. And I'm actually going to... Wait, no, wrong one. I'm actually going to swap to Sect of Insight. To try to drop some heavy ammo for everyone else as well. Grab me a quick drink, and we're gonna get underway. And we're going in.
Guardians, this fight is between the Empire and the Hive. Do not interfere.
I'm sorry. What? You're,
Now, be wary with
you're
this one
waking up?
because sometimes they
I'm flying
can
into
bring
a
out
tunnel.
the
Go light 'em up,
unstoppable ogres and the barrier knights. And just so you know, those barrier knights, oh, they hurt a lot. Right. And Scorpius turrets automatically bear down on us. Get rid of the Scorpius turrets right away, so that way your guys can come in and start going to work. War Mine Cell is up. And there you go. A throwable bomb, basically. And that's why I use Global Reach. Teammates. Everything's looking good so far. Please note, phalanxes can still launch you like they did in Destiny 1. Alright. If you get down, don't worry about it, just get right back in the fight. I never expect to do these flawless because there's always something that's gonna happen. Alright. Other guy here's got the same idea as me. Let's move on to the door.
The Cabal have dramatically underestimated the density of the Hive. They are overrun. We can use this to our advantage. Clear out the Cabal on the periphery, then become a spear and strike through their hull.
This section right up here, if you have your super, generate some orbs for your teammates, help your buddies out. Alright. Now that our team has gotten through, I am actually going to swap up some weapons. We are going to swap off the Lament to the Mighty Heir Apparent. We're going to swap our chest plate over to the Actium War Rig to get more ammunition for said Heir Apparent. Now, probably thinking, okay, the gun has an arc shield. Some of those Hive have arc weapons. Well, what a lot of people seem to forget about this particular gun right here is the simple fact that you can annihilate a lot of enemies real fast with it, because you are basically a Cabal Colossus at this point. Right? Grab the heavy. You now have a full belt of ammunition. Alright. This one here, you gotta protect the ghost, and so that way he can hack and do his job. There's going to be disruptors, like this wizard here. The more enemies you kill, the more of the code fragment pieces will be dropped. Shut up. Now, you have a lot of different options here on loadouts. This is mainly what I use with my playstyle. Alright, we got another Disruptor Wizard up. I'll let him revive me so that way he can get a... or he can get a free overshield. Alright. Now, Super's up, we go in and start cleaning house. That clears out any other little baddies hiding around there. Alright. Knock, knock. Oh, I guess it didn't count. I guess he didn't count as an ultra or a major. Well, I'll be darned. Thought he did. Alright. This particular part of the fight here. We are going to trigger the right of proving.
But do not lose sight of your target. Cabal's champion is near. They cannot deny the proving. Challenge them. End this.
Cut him down, Guardian.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of crazy shit happening here in a matter of seconds, so... This guy is a very large incendiar, so he will do the flame launch attack. Hey, that's cool. Get ourselves out of cover. Back a little bit. Oh yeah, watch out when they're taking explode because it can hurt you. Alright. Now, as you see why I'm switching to my heir apparent. I have an overshield. Now this overshield is strong up against anything arc-based. We got an Ogre over here. He's getting a little bit of a problem. Oh, that's right. It's on my chest plate. Duh. I figured that would actually generate a heavy. Oh, darn. Took me off my mark. No worries. Alright. Now once we get rid of that big Colossus there, it won't be a problem. I just saw the other guy that we need to kill over in here. Alright. Just so you are aware, if you've never dealt with one of these Cabal Centurions like this, their Bronto cannons hurt. Unless you have void damage resistance. I'm trying to knock out some of these ads so that way they're not as much of a nuisance. Tuck in here and fully reload this bad boy. Alright. Got it done quicker than what I thought.
I cannot stand the Hive. Just looking at him makes my skin crawl.
The Hive are not that fond of you either this holiday.
Can't blame Keitel for wanting her people to burn out that nest. Nowhere those things belong but gone.
You have a sense of conviction that I find fascinating.
Now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Kind of gave you a quick little look and rundown of the Battlegrounds. I really hope they add more because this is so fun. Now, anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this because I enjoyed making this. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on that bell notification. And if you got people who are wondering how those Battlegrounds work, show them this. Please, by all means, show them. Because the more people, we educate and help out, the less questions are going to be and the less, confused people are going to be like, I don't know how to do this. So anyway, guys, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you, and y'all have a good day.